Hi, my name is Heintz. I'm a senior human development major, and I'm from San Antonio, Texas. I ride for 3 people. My first introduction to cancer was a young girl named Meg Castellanos in my neighborhood. Meg was a soccer player, and she was near and dear to the soccer community. She was diagnosed with cancer. It was the first time that I donated blood, and I donated blood in Meg's name, and I was able to continue donating blood throughout high school, and that was a really impactful experience. Meg ended up beating her cancer and was able to inspire people in our neighborhood and in our soccer community. That was my first time interacting with someone who had cancer. Next is my neighbor, Nissa. Nissa was diagnosed with breast cancer and had a tough time dealing with it. And I know that my family was heavily affected by her diagnosis. It definitely brought our families closer than we had been than previous years. And a while after Nissa's diagnosis, she found out that her son had testicular cancer, and that was news that mother never wants to hear. And the Kaliski family was able to rally, and both people beat their forms of cancer, and it was a really inspirational time. It was really neat, and it was a testament to how strong their family is. And I was really inspired by the both of them. And my last and most recent interaction with cancer is my Grandma Jane. Grandma Jane had smoked her entire life, and so to a certain extent I felt like her diagnosis was only a matter of time. And I think that her diagnosis resonates with me the most because it is influenced heavily by knowledge. I think that had she had the knowledge, or had the knowledge been around when she was at a younger age, she may have been able to make a decision about not smoking at a sooner time. And she's currently battling cancer, and so I think that her story is with me every day, and I would love to ride for her. So I heard about Texas 4000 my freshman year. I had a teammate on the soccer team who was a rider, and I heard him talk about it, and I heard that he was part of the team, and I thought that it was the craziest thing that I'd ever heard. I couldn't believe that someone would bike to Alaska. My second year, I had class with somebody who had recently joined the Texas 4000 team, and I got to see and watch this classmate grow over the year, and I thought that it was a neat experience, but I definitely didn't think that it was something that I could do. I thought the mission was neat, and I thought that the people that joined the organization were really inspirational, but I didn't necessarily feel like it was something that I could ever do. And then my junior year, I had a really good friend of mine, and I guess a roommate to a certain extent, joined Texas 4000. And again, this was another inspirational person that joined Texas 4000, but this time it was somebody that I really knew, and it was somebody that I had a lot of interactions with. And I thought it was neat. I got to pick her brain about Texas 4000 and see how her personal interactions with people changed as a result of Texas 4000. And I thought it was interesting. This person, Michaela Casas, was the assistant ride director, and I saw how involved she became with Texas 4000 in her spring semester, and I was kind of scared, honestly, because I thought that it was inspirational to a certain extent, but she was consumed with the amount of work that she was doing. But all the while, she was really enjoying herself, and I felt like she was really happy despite all the work that was on her plate. And watching several people throughout their summer rides, and seeing the transformation with them after the ride was an awesome experience. And I think that talking with Michaela Casas was definitely the pivotal moment in my decision to apply to Texas 4000. Most exciting aspect about the ride year for me is the idea of bringing life-changing information to people. I think that connecting people with information that they don't already have is an exciting experience, but when you throw in the fact that it's information surrounding cancer and ways to prevent cancer and lifestyles that promote healthy living, I think that it makes the experience all the better. As I said before, my grandmother started smoking at an early age, and I think that had she known the impacts and the significance of smoking, she might have made a different decision. And I think that equipping people with the right and the proper knowledge to make these informed decisions will be a cornerstone of the ride here for me.